secret to choosing your best summer lipstick color? Maxime is here to break it down. He is back. Give him some love. Hi, Maxime.
Hello.
There's a few things you want to think about when it comes to picking your summer color. We've got 3 models with us right now, which we're going to demo. But what are the rules?
So, like, instead of just throwing yourself at the counter and starting to try a bunch of color and buying some lipstick that ends up in the drawers and you never wear them, there's like 3 kind of like rules that you should think about when you choose a lipstick. The first one actually is think about the contrast, the level of contrast that you see in yourself. The question to ask yourself is like, if a painter was going to paint you, is he going to use colors from like white to black, so a big scale of color, or more like a reduced scale, so a low level of contrast, right?
Okay.
Then the other one is the level of natural definition that one have in the face. We have a lot of lines in the face, and I'm not talking about the wrinkles, but you know, the jawline, maybe the cheekbones, the lip line, the eyeline, like all of these lines, are they very sharp, very defined, very angular?
Okay.
So that I can pull off like a really strong lip? Or are they more like softer, round, diffused, that I maybe should do more like kind of a blurred lip application?
That's interesting.
And then the last one is, of course, the undertone of your skin, right? So do you want to know the best trick how to find the undertone of your skin?
How do you?
Go to a store and gas the girl to do the foundation match for you, right?
Okay.
So then she will see and be able to color match you perfectly.
Yes.
And you don't have to buy a foundation like throw it in the garbage. But the undertone of your skin, it's important because, of course, if you're a warmer undertone, a warmer lipstick is going to look more natural.
Yes.
And then, you know, vice versa for the cool undertone. That doesn't mean that you cannot wear the opposite color, but you have to understand that it's going to bring a little bit more of a pop of brightness.
Okay, these are good rules. So model number 1 is Carrie, and we're going to apply your rules and pick her color.
Absolutely. So Anne Carrie, of course, she understands our undertone very well. She's wearing the bright pink hot jacket. She told me that she usually wears very nude lipstick. Of course, it's very natural for her. She's somebody with like low level of contrast. You know, she's blonde, she has a really fair skin with the blue eyes. But for summer, you definitely want to go for a bit more of a brighter pop of color.
Okay.
So we chose here today like a texture that's a little bit more translucent, but still hot pink.
It's lovely.
Right? So it's bringing a statement, but the level of saturation is not too much that it would be overpowering for the face.
And that's because of your rules.
Absolutely.
So if she had like more angular features, you could go with that big saturated lip.
Something a bit more saturated, a bit stronger, a little bit more fully drawn on. Absolutely.
Yes. Lovely. Okay, shall we move down to
Absolutely.
Janet? Hello, Janet. I love this color. I love a strong lip like this. It's beautiful.
So this lip, so of course the level of definition, we look at her, she has the eyebrows that's really well defined, so we can totally pull off something like kind of a little bit more defined and drawn. The undertones in her skin is quite warm.
Yes.
So in the summer, a bright orange lipstick, I find it's always such a great statement. It just brightens up the whole face, and for her, she can pull it off really, really well. It's orange. It could have been a red also, but always with this sort of like warmer undertone for summer, absolutely.
Very nice. Okay, let's go to Keisha now. Once again, gorgeous mustard happening here. I love this color.
She's the queen goddess.
Yes. Yes, she is. Let's talk about the rules and how we apply them.
So now here we have like a bit of a darker palette, absolutely. So then it's the same rules that apply. We have a low level of contrast, right? The hair is darker, the skin is darker. So I need to choose a color that's going to be rich and saturated, right? Not necessarily dark, but the pigmentation needs to be rich. And what I want to do before the application is, of course, use a primer. So this is the lip lift. So this is a product you can apply all over your lip and kind of like around the lip. And I'm going to ask my model to blend it in with the finger, as you would with a treatment, on and around your lips. This is going to allow, so you remember when I speak about the definition? So I don't want to have like a sharp, strong line of a lip liner, but I do want my lipstick to stay in place. So this is going to allow that to be the case.
The primer helps, to keep it there.
And then as far as color choice, I choose a warm red, very gorgeous, in a semi-matte texture.
Yes.
That will come and be absolutely complementing her feature.
Do not be afraid of color. And I like that you mentioned it doesn't matter where you are along the scale of shades. You should never be afraid of dealing with either a nude or a super bright or a super saturated. It all depends on the 3 rules.
Absolutely.
And this is stunning on your beautiful lips.
Just
it's gorgeous.
Rub it together. And then after you've applied the lipstick, if you want the lip line to be softer, close your lips.
See, they're all like, whoa.
You can go with the finger.
She started just a regular audience member. She's a supermodel now with these lips. Can I just show everyone that all of their cases match their outfits? Oh, look at that!